Okay. Kartini, I'm just going to make you a co-host just in case.
Okay, Mataji.
Thank you. Okay, so we are going to recap our week 13. Anybody can recall what's the topic of our week 13? Anybody want to open your PDF or... Okay, let's just go through and let's see how much you all can remember. Okay, so the topic of the week 13 was rules and regulations. So when these rules and regulation come, you know, there are various levels of bhakti. How many levels of bhakti are there? What are the levels that we can perform? So as a clue, I can give you the first one. The first class devotee thinks of Krishna 24 hours 7. Okay, so what is the second class? Those who can't do that, what do they do? Anybody remember? So we can't possibly do that, right? 24 hours 7, engrossed, absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, because we all have our commitments, we are working, so we can't possibly practically do that. Of course, there are people, I'm not saying it's not possible, but generally speaking, okay, we have challenges in doing that. So what is that alternative that Krishna gave?
Chanting?
Yes, that is one of the example. So what do you call that generally? Chant is one of that actually under that category. Anyone? Okay, let's open Bhagavad Gita, okay? So Bhagavad Gita must have been seen for very long. Let's open, if I'm not mistaken, it's chapter 12. Oh, I think it's 10. Could be 10. No, it's not. Okay, chapter 12. Please look at text 8. Anybody opening? I can't hear anybody flipping the pages. Okay. Anyone? Roja Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
So I can disturb you until 8:40, right?
Yeah, okay.
After that, cannot catch you already. Okay, so look at
text 8.
Okay, so what does Krishna say in text 8?
Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus, you will live in me always without a doubt.
Okay, so this is Krishna telling the first level of devotee. 24 hours 7 thinking of Krishna, like the Goswamis, the pure devotees, the sannyasis, the gurus. So if we can't do that, what Krishna is giving alternative?
Follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga.
Okay, can you read that text, Mataji?
My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me.
Yes. So what Krishna is suggesting us to follow?
But the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga.
Very good. Regulatory principles of Bhakti Yoga. So this is what we mean by rules and regulation. So under this topic, we actually saw the difference between Bhakti Yoga and current life. How materially services for material benefits, but not out of selfless love. But in terms of Bhakti Yoga, in sense of Bhakti Yoga, we are doing selfless service for Krishna. Ultimately, to only please him, please his senses, not our senses. So, and then we went to, we studied, actually we recapped this. We actually studied this in level 1 and level 2 for some of the students here. We covered twice, all right? So this, and then we covered for the third time in week 13, various levels of Bhakti Yoga. So I hope you all have that picture in your PDF. So just open it up, okay? And the difference between material service versus devotional service. Okay, material service we do, sometimes we don't do out of love, out of duty, out of obligations, have to get salary. So that's why we have to do certain service. Okay, but devotional service is not like that. Devotional service out of love. Okay, and how do we develop this? How do we develop this mentality of serving the Lord without seeking material benefits or material reciprocation? What is one way that we can do that? How can we do that? Can anybody give one example? Oh, and that actually we covered this in week 13, but just give me how we can do this. How can we perform this devotional service? Can we do it on our own? Everyone, can we do it on our own? What do we need to engage in this devotional service?
We need Guru.
Yes, we need Guru. Okay, so we practice under the guidance of a Guru. Is that Vasuki Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Okay, right. So we covered a verse from Bhagavad Gita under this topic. You all can see the screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so anybody can recall what verse is that touching on reciprocation between a disciple and a guru? It's in chapter 4. You don't have this book. I think I posted this group. This book, actually, I compiled it. It has only the verses, So when I open this chapter, I can see the entire 20 verses under chapter 12. Okay, so if I open my chapter 4, then in 2 pages, I can see 22 verses. And the next page, I can see up to 42. So like this. It's available in PDF. If you all want, you can get it from me and you can print it out. So it's a very good handbook. Very nice for me to refer. Okay, so you can ask me if you all don't have. So tell me, which verse in chapter 4 talks about reciprocation between guru and disciple? What the disciple must do to get what from the guru? Mana senior students? Kala Mataji? Roja Mataji? Yamuna Mataji? Kartini?
Yes, Mataji.
Mana hiding? Chapter 4.
Okay, Mataji.
Or if you have your phone, right, you can open the database and you open chapter 4. So you'll get all the verses alone, the translation alone. So you can quickly read through.
Acceptance, Mataji, by the Guru as a student. First.
Okay. What verse is that, Prabhu?
Oh, I don't know what verse is it.
Okay, so tell me what you remember. Some keyword from that verse, anything that you can remember. There is 2 things that the disciple will do, and then Guru will do something in return. What is that?
Is it serve service? Provide service.
Okay.
Provide service and
render service is one of it.
Render service.
Okay. What else?
And I know they have to like ask questions, is it?
Yes. Inquire
Yes,
submissively. Very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Inquire submissively and render service.
Text 34.
34. Please read, Mataji.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth.
Yes. Okay. So it's okay if you are taking time to look for the verse because we are not in rush. Okay. We are going for quality, not for quantity. Okay. We want to make sure that something we learn from the class to bring back home to remember. So it's in chapter 4, text 34, how Krishna is telling, get a guru. Krishna never say you can come directly to me. Krishna did not say that. Okay, Krishna said get a guru. learn the truth by approaching a guru. And there are two things that is disciple must do: ask question in a submissive mode, which means what is not encouraged here. Ask question in a submissive mode instead of, what is the opposite of it?
Authoritative.
What else?
Arrogant.
Challenging.
Arrogant, challenging. Okay, so the inquiries should be in a submissive mode. And then render service to the guru. So there are so many ways you can serve a guru. You can serve his physical body, and you can serve his instructions. Okay, so whenever you have access to the guru physically, then you offer physical service to the guru. What are the examples that we can serve guru physically? Yamuna Mataji, you came to visit Guru Maharaj in temple. So what did you do? You brought something for him.
Dakshina.
Yeah, you brought some dakshina, which he can engage the Lakshmi in his preaching activities. I think you also brought some nuts or something, isn't it?
Yes,
Some
yes.
nuts or fruit. So that can physically serve him. Guru Maharaj will offer to Krishna and he can take it or he can distribute it. Or we can, offer transport for the Guru to travel, because that is their service. They go around and preach. What else? Wash their clothes, cook for them. So this is physical service. So when they are not physically accessible to us, we serve their instructions. Whatever instruction they have given, we serve that, we follow that. So that is also a service rendering to Guru. Okay, so these two things. So when you do these two things, that Guru will impart the knowledge because they have seen the truth. Okay, so this is recommended by Krishna. So we, when we want to ask Guru Maharaj, what should I do? How can I engage in certain service? Then the Guru will engage. The Guru will correct us. The Guru will guide us. The Guru will impart the right mood for us to perform certain service. Okay, so this is the function of a Guru, the purpose of the Guru. Okay, so practice under guidance of spiritual master. Then you can also bring certain problems to Guru, like, oh Guru, I'm so busy, I'm working. So how should I finish my chanting? How should I do the offering? What should I do? How do I go to temple? Then the Guru will give you guidance according to the constraint that we have. Okay, they will not change the principle. The principle will be the same. You have to chant, you have to go to temple, you have to take prasada, you have to do this and that. But the details they can change for you. Okay, if you can't do that in the morning, or you can do it in the afternoon or in the evening. So they will change it according to the disciple's situation. So that is also the function of a guru. So that is why it is said the rules and regulations, right? Regulatory principles of Bhakti Yoga is done under the guidance of a spiritual master. Okay, and then follow the principles. Finally, we are coming here to the principles. So what are the principles that we can follow under this? Regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, not the 4 regulative principles, and the no meat eating, no intoxication, not that one. This is regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. So what are the examples? What can we do? Okay, we are working, right? We are working, we have families. So what regularly we can do? How we can regularly engage in Bhakti Yoga? Give me some examples.
Remembrance.
Okay, remembering. How do we do that? So you remembered Krishna. Okay, what should I do today?
I should chant.
Yes.
Chant the mantra.
Yes, chanting is one. What else?
Offer
Honor prasad.
Okay,
prasad.
offer bhoga and honor the prasad. What else?
Service. Offer flowers.
Offer flowers, yes. Perform services, yes. What we can do on daily basis at home, starting from home.
Ask for forgiveness if you have made a mistake.
Ask forgiveness. Okay, so that one we will cover under the prayers. What else?
Listen to scriptures.
Yes, listen to classes, scriptures, hearing. Very good. Some more?
Cook and offer the bhoga.
Cook and offer. Attend Gita Gyan classes. Okay, hearing. This is one of the regulative principles. Okay, regularly we are doing it. We used to be doing bi-weekly, and then there was a gap. So we hope to do it regularly moving forward. What else? Are we missing anything?
Remembering Krishna in everything we does.
Oh, okay. Remembering Krishna in everything that we do. Waking up early, taking a bath early, cleaning our body, opening your altar, enter the temple, opening altar, offer flower, doing arati. So these are all regulated. Okay, we are generally, how are we materially regulated? We wake up, we go take a shower, okay, we dress up, we have breakfast, and we drive. We take a newspaper. Some people have the habit of having a drink, having breakfast, taking a newspaper, and then driving. So you are regularly doing this. So this is the normal regulation, normal routine. So when you put Bhakti Yoga in it, then you are opening the altar, you're chanting your flowers, you're offering food and taking it as a prasad. Okay, and regularly hearing it or regularly reading. Some people, they have, it is encouraged that we read regularly. Prabhupada said we have to read at least 2 pages per day. Okay, or chanting in the morning or chanting in the evening. So it becomes a regulated life. Okay, so these are all that we covered. And we also covered fasting. Fasting on Ekadasi, fasting on important days. This is also a regulation. Now in the past few years, you can see a lot of people are talking about intermittent fasting, but we have been doing Ekadasi for so long, twice in a month at least. These 2 fastings are there, but we have more than that. We have disappearance of acharyas, appearance of acharyas, appearance Krishna's incarnations. So we are also intermittently fasting, so which is also healthy, but ultimately it is to control our senses. Okay, so that is the ultimatum. Okay, so these are the recap for week 13. Okay, 8:20. Now we are going to our energy. If you were given a chance to pray to the Lord either for yourself or for someone else, what would be your prayer and why? Who would like to go first? Who has the habit or the practice of praying for either for yourself or other people? And please share, what do you usually pray? Saraswati Karupya Mataji. So I'm calling the name based on your chat name. Are you there, Mataji? Okay, Saras. Okay, Saras Mataji. Not there. Kala Mataji.
I will pray for a good health, Mataji, so that I can do service for Krishna. And then I will pray that everyone lives a life that they dream, because it's not a good habit to be selfish, to just pray for everything for ourselves.
Okay. So you pray for yourself as in health. Of course, we need good health. And you pray for others' well-being. Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Saras Mataji.
The same, Mataji. I'll pray for everyone first, and then I'll say thank you. Thank you to God that I'm gifted to have such a beautiful life, and everyone should live happily and peacefully in this world.
Yeah. So your prayers consist of request and gratefulness, gratitude, right? Okay. So we can hear from one more person. Vasugi. Vasugi has very nice, cute altar in her house.
Hare Krishna.
When you pray for Mataji?
Yeah, normally what I will pray is I will pray for a good bhakti forever. That is what I'm praying now, Mataji.
Okay. Okay, Mataji. Thank you. Okay. So all of us pray for something at some time. Some people, they pray regularly. Some people, they pray when they have a need, then they pray. Okay. So this week we are going to see how to offer the best prayers. So before that, I want to recall something from Bhagavad Gita. Let's see if you all remember. Okay. So Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that there are 4 kind of people approach God. Okay. So this one I'm bringing it in because there can be various reasons why we approach God, why we pray to God. Okay. So generally when somebody approach God, asking something, asking forgiveness, out of gratitude, or whatever it is, whatever their intention is, the moment they approach God, it actually reflects their pious character. Okay, they are pious. So Krishna categorized these pious people into 4 broad categories. Anybody can recall what are those categories? 4
My-
categories.
My,
The
I it's just so happened I opened to that page, Mataji.
Ah,
I'm so lucky. I'm super lucky.
tell one,
Uh,
Mataji, one.
One only. Okay, the distressed.
Distress.
The
Generally,
example
yes.
is Gajendra Moksha, that
Ah,
incident.
oh, yeah, so Gajendra was caught by crocodile. His leg was caught by crocodile, so he was in deep distress. So he called out for the Lord. Okay, now so generally, you know, right? When you're happy, we don't think about God. Everything is so nice, bed of roses. When we are in problem, oh God, what is happening to me? Oh God, please help me. Oh God, this. Oh God, that. So people go to God or think of God when they are distressed. It's nothing wrong. Okay, it's still pious. Okay. Number 2. What could be
the
other reason people want to go to God or pray?
the desire of wealth.
Desire of where, oh God, give me car, or give me money, or give me house, nice house, or give me facilities, this and that. Why
Krishna
people
will
are
give me,
doing?
Mataji.
Huh?
Krishna gives wealth, me.
Krishna will give what is best for us. Kita tak pandai tanya. That's the thing. Sometimes, Krishna find that when we are very dear to him, Krishna will give what we want. Really, you really can test that and see. He will give because out of love, and you are doing so much for, he will give. But whether that is good for us or not, whether that is the best for us or not, we wouldn't know. So we have to leave it to the good hands of Krishna. Krishna, if you desire, then you can give it to me. Okay. So generally people will do lots of yagyas and do lots of penances or study. Okay, I'm going to do this much for you. You please give me a good job. Please give me a baby. Please give me a good wife, a good spouse, or let me pass the exam. So they have this kind of intentions. So they are also going to God to ask, to pray. Also not wrong. At least they are coming to God. So they are pious people, category 2. Third one. Why else people will go to God? Or they will search God.
Third one means more pious or what?
Is still pious, yes.
No, more pious than the
No,
the
no,
person. No,
no.
same.
Not necessarily.
Reason,
Yeah, it's just 4 categories.
is it on that bed?
Okay, that is distress. We can put that under
Okay, they
distress
were
category.
classified as distress. Okay.
Yes. So distress, looking for wealth.
So what about those who prays regularly?
Who?
Those who prays, I mean, not only when distressed, every day they pray. So where do you classify them?
We will classify them. So tell me, what is the motivation for that prayers? Let's
Don't know.
categorize.
Is there any motivation for that or not? It's just
Sometimes God,
practice, right?
sometimes yes. So when you pray,
Practice from young.
Sorry, Prabhu, carry on. So when you pray, what is that activity that you're doing? There could be 4 things, One, you glorify the Lord. 1, you thank him. Number 3, you ask forgiveness for something. Number 4, request. So generally you can categorize your prayers in this 4. However you go, your prayers will fall in one of these 4 categories. Yes, you try to think and see. Now I made a prayer, so where I can put this? Is it a request? Is it I'm glorifying God? Am I saying thank you? Like few of you shared earlier, I can see there is gratitude. There's some request there. These two, I saw these two. Gratitude and request were there. Okay, so the other one is glorification and forgiveness. Okay, so this generally how we can categorize prayers. So now my question is, there are 4 kinds of pious people. Krishna said that they will approach God. So one is one who is in problem. Another one looking for money, wealth. So we have 2 more. What's number 3 and number 4?
Is it one who is suffering?
Suffering is distress.
Oh yeah, okay.
Inquisitive, Mataji.
Just hang on, yeah.
Seek knowledge.
Knowledge is one of them.
Just give me a second. I need to give something to my daughter. Yeah, somebody said knowledge. What is who is that? Param Prabhu, right? Could you repeat?
No, somebody said knowledge. Yeah, I agree. Knowledge is one of them.
Knowledge. Seeking knowledge.
Seeking knowledge. Okay, is that the word that Krishna used?
No, something else.
Yeah,
Searching
pretty
for
close,
knowledge.
pretty close, pretty close. But the knowledge about what? Knowledge about what?
Of the absolute.
Mataji. Okay. Knowledge of the absolute. So the word that Krishna used was inquisitive. Yes, Mataji? Is that
Yes,
right?
correct.
What's the verse number, Mataji?
7.17.
7.
Is that correct? I'm searching.
I thought you saw just now.
No, I saw my notes.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay, 16.
Oh, 16.
Chapter 7, text 16. I hope everybody have your Bhagavad Gita in your hand. So this is a study, right? We are studying. So we must study Bhagavad Gita scrutinizingly. Okay, of course we
Chapter
can
16,
hear.
is it?
No, chapter 7, text 16. So why I'm doing this kind of exercise is that
Keep studying, don't
if you just listen, right, sometimes it comes left and then goes right. So if we study, then we will remember. We search. So everybody found text 17? Sorry, text 16. What is the number 1 category? Vasugi Mataji? Do you have Bhagavad Gita in your hand?
Chapter 7, 7,
Text 16.
text 16.
So, yeah. So in text 15, Krishna talks about who are the impious people. In text 16, Krishna talks about who are the pious people. This one we already did in level 1, level 1, level 2, sudah buat. Tak apa, this is why we are studying. Okay, so we'll take our time. So open your book and see what are the pious people. So we can never judge people when they come and pray. Oh, this person is praying for this. Of course, they are pious. So this is all to avoid us from judging people. So we need to know, we need to have this knowledge. So what's the first one? Other than Yamuna Mataji?
That's not fair.
Searching for knowledge of the absolute.
Number one.
The distress.
Distress is problem lah, sick lah. Okay, all those are under distress. Number 2, we discussed earlier.
The desire
Distress
of
and seeking
wealth.
for money.
Yes, seeking for money, seeking wealth. Okay, people do lots of homas to get money flowing in. So they approach God. Third one.
The inquisitive.
Inquisitive. Who are these inquisitive people? These inquisitive people is
Seeking
those
knowledge.
who not yet. They are seeking
Interest and curious.
Yeah. Is there God? Who is God? That is inquisitive. This is like the sages of Naimisharanya. Sages of Naimisharanya, they actually gathered at the forest of Naimisharanya. This is after Krishna departed from the material world. So they saw, Krishna left already. So where all the good values all will go? Krishna left already. What will happen to the world? So and then where all these cultures and values will be, residing, because Krishna is not here anymore. So they're very inquisitive. They're very anxious to know what will happen to the world. So this is inquisitive. But okay, let's go to the fourth one. What is the fourth one? What is the fourth kind of
knowledge? Searching for knowledge.
Searching for knowledge of the absolute. So this fourth people, right? They already know who is God. They already know who is God. But what they want to know is they want to get more knowledge about God. They want to know, how is he? What's his name? What's his qualities? How does he look like? What does he do? How does he walk? How does he sing? How does he talk? What does he do? What is his pastimes about? How does he? What is he like? They want to know more. Okay. So now, just now, Param Prabhu asked, does it mean there's a number 2, number 3 better than a number 1, number 2 like that? So actually, it's not. But what we can tell is among these four, the fourth one is better than the other 3. Why? Why you think the fourth one is better than the other 3?
Because they're getting proper knowledge.
Param Prabhu, sorry?
Stages of growth of a person.
Okay. So what is wrong with people who come to God when they are in distress? I'll take these 2 examples, in distress and desire of wealth. What will happen to them? Why it is not the first class?
Materialistic.
Okay, materialistic. So what will happen? They are still approaching God. So what will happen? What could go wrong? Or what is the flaw in it? What is the shortcoming of it?
Flaw will be drowned with materialistic.
Okay, so, okay, what else?
Won't be that near to God, so to speak.
Okay, why, Prabhu? Why they cannot come near God?
I already told materialistic.
Okay. Okay, let's go.
They only seek God when there's a problem, right?
So what happens after that?
Problem,
We
they
are
forget
attached to
God.
the results.
Okay.
After the problem, okay, ready, they will forget the God.
Yeah, that's just the exact point I was looking for. People who are coming with distress, seeking of wealth, and seeking inquisitive, when their problem solved, they will go back to their routine. They probably will come again when they are distressed again. Those who have wealth, okay, they got the car. Okay, I got what I need. Okay, I do some prayers. You already give me. Okay, done. Business dealings. This is called business dealings. So we don't want that. And the inquisitive is, they know, oh, this is God. Oh, God is Krishna. Krishna is God. Okay, okay, I'm good. I already know the God. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my routine. Yeah. So compared to these 3 people, the fourth one, oh, God is Krishna. Krishna is God. I want to know more about him. What color is he? How does he talk? How does he walk? Where does he stay? Where's his house? What's his address? Who are these people around him? So they're seeking knowledge, seeking. So this will never end. It's such an ocean of knowledge. So Krishna will say among these 4, this look at the text 17. Of these, the one who is in full knowledge. Because after you get the knowledge, what is the purpose? What does he do? The other people, after their stress is over, after their wealth is obtained, after their inquisitiveness is solved, they probably will move away. But those who are seeking knowledge, with that knowledge, if you look at the text 17, one who is in full knowledge is always engaged in pure devotional service, is the best. That is why Krishna said the fourth one is the best, because if with the knowledge that he get, he engaged in devotional service. For I am very dear to him and he is dear to me. So that is the difference. So you can see when you have group of people going to the temple and praying, so many things could be on their head. Okay, they will probably come often when they have distress. Okay, some priest will tell them, okay, you have this very big problem, you have to go and put pelaku, you have to do this, do that. Then you have to do for 48 days, you know, that kind of calculation, right? So after that, back to normal, is it? Yeah, so we cannot do like that. So which means you're going to God only to get material benefits. And material benefit, you'll never know whether it's going to give you a everlasting effect, everlasting result. No, not necessarily, right? So with this pick your mind energizer question alone, we went back to Bhagavad Gita to talk about 4 kinds of pious people. And among the 4 kinds of pious people, who is best and why? Okay. So I hope that you have learned something. Okay, so there's one a person writing an article. I read this. So when he was much younger, he used to see his father's room door will be a bit ajar. You know, it's like he will peek through and to see what the daddy is doing at every certain time of the day. He will see what the father is doing. So he sees that through the the open door. He will see the father will kneel down near the bed. Okay, and he will put his hand on the bed and he will pray silently. He will pray, and he knows that the father is praying, thanking God or asking. And he also say when he grows, he realized that he also started praying. Okay, this prayer that he saw was very silent prayer. Okay, and he, as he grows, he realized that he also prays mostly to thank God or asking for something, or when the family all gather for dinner or lunch, they will say grace. Okay, so they will say prayer before they have their meal. So this when he grew up, he saw these are the way people will pray. Okay, so this one I will continue later, what this person discovers when he come across the ISKCON devotees, how ISKCON devotees prayers to him seem very different. Okay, so this one I will continue later. So with that, we are entering week 14, the importance of prayers. Okay, we are actually coming from the sadhana bhakti, the regulative principles of bhakti, and then we are coming to importance of prayers, how to pray, what prayers to offer. So we need to know all of this. If not, all our prayers will be only asking. Okay, prayer means asking. Generally, people think prayers means asking, but I can see some of you are actually taking the step to thank God, so which is very good. All right. Okay, so let's move on. So there are 9 types of devotional services as spoken by Prahlad Maharaj. Anybody remembers the first 3? At least the first 3. How does devotional service begin? What is the first step? How did your devotional service begin?
Shravanam,
What is
Kirtanam,
Mhm.
chanting. Hearing, chanting,
Yes.
remembering.
Sravanam is hearing, Kirtanam is chanting or speaking or singing. Third is remembrance, Smaranam.
Smaran.
Okay, so there are total 9. So I'm going to open all the first one, all the 9. Sravanam, listening to the names of and stories about God. Kirtanam, chanting or singing about God. Smaranam, when you doing Sravanam and Kirtanam, automatically you will have constant remembrance of God throughout the day. Fourth, Pada Sevanam. Pada means, lotus feet. Sevana means offer service, serving the lotus feet. So how do we do Pada Sevanam? Are we qualified like goddess of fortune to massage the Lord's feet? How do we do this? Anybody knows? Sravana, Kirtana, Smarana we can do. By sitting here, we can do. How are we going to touch the Lord's feet? Have you all thought about it? Pada Sevanam. This one also, I think I have mentioned in one of the level 1 or level 2 classes. Let's see, you all remember. Pada Sevanam.
Offer tulsi, Mataji. Flower tulsi.
Not really. Serving the lotus feet. How do we serve the lotus feet of the Lord?
Bowing in front of him.
Or are we serving the lotus feet of the Lord? That will be the next one. Like this, Archana, worshiping. Okay, I tell you all. How do we do the number 4 is how do we use our legs, our feet. So what is the best way that we can use our feet in the service of the Lord? How can we do that? How can we engage our own legs and feet?
Parikram.
Yes, going for parikram, going to holy places. What else? If you can't go to holy places, not everybody has money. We go to temples. Yeah, we can do harinam. We can go for book distribution. So this is all about how we engaging our limbs. Okay. Number 5, archana, worshipping. Okay? Deity worships. You know, performing the aartis and all those. Huh? That is worshipping. Then now we are coming to our topic, vandanam. Vandanam means offering prayers or praises or glorification. Okay, all right. So this is where our topic here. So I'm going to give you the other 3 also. Huh? So what are other ways that we can perform devotional service for the Lord is dashyam. We can serve the Lord being a servant, in the mood of a servant. We can serve the Lord in the mood of friend, like what Arjuna has with Krishna, how the Gopas all have for Krishna. Dashyam means like how Lord Hanuman serves Lord Ram, so that he is the first class example of a selfless servant. The gopis, Radharani, gurus, these are all dashyam. We are also trying to serve the Lord. Finally, you offer everything to him. That is called Atma Nivedanam, complete surrender. So this is called Nava Vida Bhakti. Nava means 9. Vida means approach. So there are 9 ways to, 9 approaches of Bhakti to reach Ishvara. Okay, Nava Vida Bhakti. Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam. Archanam, Vandanam, Dashyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. Okay, these are 9. Usually we will always remember the first 3. So now I hope you will remember Pada Sevana. So siapa ada notebook, you can jot it down. Okay. And then Archana, and today's topic is Vandanam, offering prayers, praises, glorifying. So we have some reading coming up. Okay. Who wants to go first? Come on, Matajis. If not, we will finish late. Oh, Prabhu. Saras Mataji. Just the English translation.
Although prayers are a part of deity worship, they may be considered separately like the other items, such as hearing and chanting, and therefore separate the statement are given herewith. The Lord has unlimited transcendental qualities and ambulances, and one who feels influenced by the Lord qualities in various activities offers prayers to the Lord. In this way, he becomes successful.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So just now I was reading that Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dashyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. So if I ask, I'm going to skip Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. What is Pada Sevanam?
Going to the temple.
Going to the temple.
What is the translation for Pada Sevanam?
Serving lotus feet.
Yes. Archanam.
Deity worship.
Worshipping. Archanam. Worshipping. Yes. Vandanam.
Offering prayers.
Offering prayers. Dashyam.
Becoming servant of the Lord.
Okay. Sakyam.
Friend.
Friend of the Lord.
Being a friend.
Becoming, having a relationship, friendship with the Lord.
Friendship.
Okay. Atma Nivedanam.
Complete surrender.
Surrender.
Yes. So we should go towards that full surrender. Okay. So now you all remember that. Now, it is mentioned here, prayers can be part of the worship. That is why Archana Vandanam is blah. Okay. It's adjacent. Archana Vandanam, because when you do Archana, you're doing the worship, right, the arti, everything, you're also offering the mantra, isn't it? So it's 2 in 1. However, this here, it is separated because They may be considered separately like the other items such as hearing and chanting. So this is given separately. Archanam, Vandanam. Okay, now why prayer is recommended? Because the Lord is full of, remember the fourth category of the pious people? They have knowledge, they have some knowledge. They want to know, they know knowledge as in Krishna's God, God is Krishna, okay? And then they want to know how great he is, why he is God, and how great he is, what are his opulences, what are his qualities, how does he reciprocate with his devotees? So what are the things that he does, how he kills the demon, or how he is sulk with the father and mother, how does he reciprocate love with his devotees, what does he do for the devotees? When he keep asking this kind of questions, the devotee will know that Lord has unlimited transcendental qualities and opulence. And when a person is charmed by these excellent qualities of the Lord, when he's so drawn towards the Lord, when he feels so inspired, so devoted to the Lord, he will automatically start offering prayers. Okay, sometimes, when you like somebody, right? What do? You start praising them. Like a guy will praise the girl will praise the boy, or the children will write some essays about the mother and talk about the mother. My mother is there, my father is that, or they glorify the teachers. So when somebody is somehow drawn towards some good qualities, people with good qualities, they will naturally try to glorify them, and that glorification is called praise. So if a person keeps doing this way, he becomes successful. Okay, so before we move on, there are certain offenses we need to avoid, okay, when we do prayers. Okay, one is to offer obeisance on one hand. You cannot have one thing on one hand and just bow down with one hand. You can't do that. All right, so of one's body covered, I think it's like fully covered like a blanket or what. Okay, to show one's back to the deity. So when you offer prayers, you definitely want to see the deity. Sometimes when you want to take photo, right, photo with the deity, you are actually putting your back facing the deity and taking photo. That is an offense. You can't do that because you're facing your back. So we try not to do that. We stand at the side, okay, or take photo of your back that you are facing the Lord. Okay, we can do that. To offer obeisance on the left side of the deity. So the way to offer obeisance is that the Lord, the deity, should be on your left side. So you have to turn your body so that your left side is facing the deity, not the other way. Okay, to offer obeisance very near the deity, so you should have some distance. So these are the offenses to be avoided. Now, these prayers, right, we actually covered offering of food, right, to the Lord. We also covered that does God really need food from us? He's being served by thousands of Lakshmi, Sahasra Lakshmi. He's being served by thousands of goddess of fortune. So does he need food from us? No, it's just we are doing for our purification. We are expressing our love to God. Similarly, is the Lord hankering for our prayers and services? Okay, the Lord is complete in himself. So there is a verse in Ishopanishad. Om Purnamada Purnamidam. Okay, let me see. Can anybody open my net works very slow?
Is it Om Purna Mada Purna Midam Purna Purna Mudachyate Purnasya Purna Matya Purna Name Vaishnavayate.
Okay, do you have translation, Mataji?
Om, that is whole. This is the whole. From the wholeness emerges the wholeness. Wholeness coming from the wholeness. Wholeness still remains. I am complete and perfect part of the whole. I carry the essence of this mantra within and met the world in joyful abandon.
Okay, so yeah, I think this is the translation. So this verse from Ishopanisha is called Invocation Mantra. It says that the personality of God is perfect and complete. Okay, let me share in the group, yeah, so you all can open. Okay, so you all look at it. The personality of God is perfect and complete. And because he is completely perfect, all emanations from him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. So he is perfect and complete, and whatever that's coming out from him is also complete. So it's not like half of it coming out from his body. It's not like that. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself, full, full. So from that one pie, you are not taking half. From one pie, you're taking one, but the one pie is always remain as one pie, like that. Because he is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from him, he remains the complete balance. Okay, so it's not like I have 100 ringgit, I'm going to give 10 ringgit, and I only have 10 ringgit. So it's not like that. So the complete whole about Krishna is that I have 100 ringgit, I give you 10 ringgit, 10 ringgit, 10 ringgit, 10 ringgit. That 10 ringgit is 100, 100, and I still have my 100. So that is the completeness of God. So why this is brought, no matter how coming out from him, he's going to remain complete. Therefore, he does not need anything from us. Okay, the Lord is complete in himself. He is not waiting for our prayers. He is not waiting for our service. We don't think that, oh, if I don't do this to him, then he's not going to get it. No, okay, so he doesn't need. But why we are doing? We offer service because we need to purify ourselves. Because there's so much of contamination, we have so much of attachment to the things around us. I'm attached to money, I'm attached to my things, I'm attached to my prestige and everything. But when you do service, you probably donate money, you probably donate your energy, you probably donate your time. So you are being detached from a lot of things that cause bondage. So this is for our purification. We have to offer prayers, we have to worship him, we have to offer this, we have to do service. And if you continuously doing this, you will find one day that we can talk with God. We can see God. We can take his instruction just like Arjuna is taking instruction from God. Just like how Arjuna is talking with God. So right now, every day I'm sharing the Bhagavad Gita slokas. You can see how Arjuna is putting questions and Krishna is speaking to him. Arjuna are putting some arguments. Krishna is putting his refutals. Okay. So we also can come to a point where we also can personally take his instruction and act according to his instruction. Krishna can talk within our heart, or he can talk through our guru, or he can talk through Prabhupada's books, or he can talk through people. Hey, I just prayed this to God. How come I'm getting answer here? So how? This is how Krishna will reciprocate to us. If you do not give yourself the chance to pray and to serve God, then we are deprived of that wonderful moment. Last Sunday, Kartini Mataji, you were there in the class, right? Santi Prabhu was talking about, he was encouraging us to talk to deities. Were you there, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, I was there.
So there's so much of truth in it, because we don't see God as deities as just some marbles or by wood or what. He's person, he's sitting there, he's looking at us, and he's waiting for us to speak to him. We have to speak. We have to sing song to him. We have to offer prayers to him, and we have to talk. We have to talk to him, and the Lord will reciprocate to us. Just try that. You will see some. You will see some reciprocation there. Okay, you have to have that faith, and the selfless service should be there. Okay, so Krishna is not hankering for our praise and service. We are hankering for reciprocation from him. So we should do that continuously. Okay, next. Okay, so what kind of person or why a devotee offer prayers? Okay, can we have who read just now? Can somebody
I
read?
read, Mataji.
Okay.
A pure devotee who is attached to the activities of devotional service and who always engages in the service of my lotus feet never desires to become one with me. Such a devotee who is unflinchingly engaged always glorifies my pastimes and activities.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So a devotee does not think about getting a moksha or liberation. Moksha means liberation or merging into God. He doesn't desire this kind of things. What he desire is he wants to be fully engaged in service, and he wants to continuously glorify Krishna's pastimes and activities. Oh, Krishna did this, oh, Krishna did that. You know, every day Mother Yashoda, that's her work. She will collect all her friends and she'll talk about Krishna did this, Krishna did that. And you think Mother Yashoda only do that? You know, the gopi mothers in their neighbor houses where Krishna go and steal their butters, right? Why they keep the butters there? Because they want Krishna to come and steal, so that in the pretext of going complaining about Krishna, they will say, you know, Krishna is so cute when he did this. You know, I'm so angry with him. He stole this, he broke this, but he was so cute. He's so adorable. So this is a reason for them to go to Mother Yashoda and talk about Krishna. They always want to talk about him. So it's not because they are annoyed or they're irritated or they think that Krishna is taking their wealth away. It's not like that. They want him to come. And then if they series is happening, and they'll go and talk about Krishna to among them or go and complain to Mother Yashoda. So this is their work. They always talk about him. So how the devotees deal with the separation from Krishna is talking about Krishna. So this is also prayers. Glorify my pastimes and activities. So similarly, we should also always engage in speaking of Krishna in a pleasing way. Then we will be benefited. Okay, so let's talk about people from other religion where they don't worship deities like we do. Okay, how do they pray? Anybody from other religions background? Christianity, Muslim? My husband was a Christian. Anybody else? No? Or you have any relatives? So which means my in-laws are Christian. They are pious Christians. Okay. So they don't worship deities. Okay, we all know, right? For them, God has no form. How do they offer? How do they pray? They offer prayers. They sing. They offer prayers. Christians and Muslims don't worship deity, but they offer prayers. So you see, God is so good that He can also be worshipped by prayers, and that is why it's called Uttama Sloka, worshipped by best selected words. Okay, so that is another name of Krishna, Uttama Sloka, which indicate that he is worshipped by the best selected words. And why it is said best selected words is because we are encouraged not to simply use any words to worship God. We need to choose a carefully selected or carefully written, carefully thought words. So usually these words are carefully thought and written by great acharyas in our parampara. Okay, because they will be very careful to use the right word. A little bit of difference, it may be impersonalism, or it could lead to atheism. Okay, so we have to be very careful in choosing the right words to glorify Krishna. So we may not have that capability or intelligence to worship Krishna. So in that circumstance, what we should do is we fall back to scriptures. Okay, so there are many prayers in Vedic scriptures, just like how there are a lot of prayers in Bible and Quran. Okay, so that is why even though they don't worship God in the deity form, they offer prayers to the Lord. And that is also bhakti. Archanam Vandanam. That is also bhakti. Yeah, that is why Prabhupada has said many places, you know, our mission is not to convert you from Christianity to Muslim, to Hindu, or Krishna to Hinduism. Our mission is to make people God conscious. So if you are a Christian, then you be a true Christian by doing your chanting of the holy name. So if you can follow this, and with this your love for God is developed, then your life is perfect, or you are on the right path. So there is no necessity for all this converting. So Prabhupada is very clear on that. If you are a Christian, then you be a good Christian. You be God conscious. Chant the holy name. So this is what Prabhupada you always says. Okay. So when we don't know how to pray, then we seek intelligence from Krishna. Krishna, please give me intelligence so that I can properly offer prayers for you. So I always say that the safest prayers for us is this, because when we are distressed, when we are seeking wealth, when we are inquisitive, we might not know what is best for us. We can always say, Krishna, if you so desire, I actually desire this. If you so desire, please solve this for me. We can do that. But if you set the ultimate goal that Krishna, please engage me in your devotional services, then Krishna will take care everything that is necessary for you to engage in the devotional service, because we wouldn't know what is necessary for us, what is not necessary for us, because we always see things in the material point of view. I think I need this much of money so that I can do this, but probably Krishna has a better plan for us. So the best and the safest prayer is to chant the Maha Mantra. Okay, so this is the best and easiest prayer for this age of Kali Yuga. So do you all remember the meaning of this mantra, Maha Mantra? I'm sure many of you are chanting every day already now. Do you know the meaning of this Maha Mantra? What is Hare? Is anybody there? What does
Yeah,
Hare?
I'm here.
Yes, Prabhu. What is Hare? Jangan Google. Hare.
Radharani, right, Mataji?
Yeah, Hare means energy. So who is Krishna's energy? Srimati Radharani. Okay. Oh, Radharani, oh, energy of Krishna. So that is Hare. Krishna?
Krishna is Krishna.
Krishna is Krishna. What does Krishna means?
Lord.
Krishna means the Lord.
Okay, the Lord. But the Lord has so many names. If you call him Madhusudana, he is the killer of Madhu. If he's a Kesi Nusudana, he's a killer of the demon Keshi.
All attractive one.
Yes. Oh, energy of Krishna or Radharani. Oh, the attractive one. What's the next word? Rama. What is Rama? What does Rama mean? Rama means reservoir of pleasure. Oh, energy of Krishna. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh, the attractive Lord. Oh, reservoir of pleasure. Okay. Please engage me in your devotional service. Yeah. So this is the purpose of the prayer. You're calling the names of the Lord. And what are we asking from this? We are asking Krishna to engage in his devotional service. Okay. So, but we are going to learn a few more prayers from various scriptures. If you're, out of idea, you just want to glorify Krishna, but you don't know how to glorify him, then you fall back to praise from various scriptures. And since we are Gita Gyan students, so the first scripture that we're going to talk about is Bhagavad Gita. So we're not going to put so many prayers from Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is full of praise. You can see how Arjuna glorifies Krishna in so many places. But this is very beautiful verse from Bhagavad Gita. Actually, I also personally like this. This is how Arjuna glorifies Krishna when Krishna exhibits his universal form. So initially, Krishna will show everything so beautiful. So later on, it will become scary, right? So this is the beautiful part. So can we have somebody to read the translation?
Can I, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful vision. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and many divine scents were smeared all over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, and all-expanding.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So this is a narration by Sanjaya. Because Sanjaya is, he can see what's happening in the battlefield, and he is narrating it to Who is it?
The
Dhritarashtra.
king.
Dhritarashtra. Yes, the king, right? So how is he telling Aneka Vaktra Nayanam? Nayanam means eye. Okay. Nayanam means, I think, mouth, I think. Aneka. Aneka means many. Yatra Nayanam. Aneka Adbhuta Darshana. Adbhuta means wonderful visions. Darshanam. Aneka Divya Bharanam. Divya means beautiful, celestial. Abharanam means ornaments. Divya Neko, yeah, the Ayudam. Ayudha means weapons. First, Sanjaya is glorifying Krishna's unlimited mouths, and then he's glorifying Krishna's unlimited eyes, and then his ornaments, and then he's glorifying Krishna's weapons. Next, what else? And he's glorifying the garland that Krishna wore, and he's glorifying how beautiful the garments that Krishna is wearing. And Gandhanu, Gandha means perfume. He's wearing such a nice divine sense over his body. And then Sarvascharya, everything is so wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding. So this is how describe how beautiful Krishna's real form was. So remember, when you get the knowledge how Krishna looks like, what does he wear, what perfume he wears. So when somebody describes like that, then you have prayers. Oh, you are so beautiful. You're wearing this, you're wearing that, your eyes are beautiful. Okay, this is glorification. This is one example prayer. Okay. Okay, next. So earlier we saw glorifications. Okay, now how to say sorry to Krishna. So we can take example from Arjuna, how he's saying sorry to Krishna and why is he saying sorry to Krishna. Can we have somebody to read?
Okay, I'll read, Mataji.
Okay, bro.
Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend, not knowing your glories. Please forgive whatever I have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relax, lay on the same bed, or sat or ate together.
Prabhu, you're muted.
Sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. Oh, fallible one, please excuse me for all those offenses.
Or infallible one means Krishna will never make mistakes. He'll never fall. Okay, so this is Arjuna asking forgiveness. So we continue. Next, somebody can read.
Can I?
How is it? Yes, Mataji.
You are the supreme Lord to be worshipped by every living being. Thus, I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisances and ask your mercy. As a father tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend of the impertinence of a friend, or a husband the familiarity of his wife, please tolerate the wrongs I may have done you.
Okay, so if we are feeling, thank you, Mataji. If you're feeling guilty that we have done something wrong, okay, so we can ask forgiveness like this. Okay, so we can use Krishna's words. So in this case, we can copycat. It's encouraged to be copycat it. Okay, saying sorry. And this is also glorification, glorifying Krishna's powers. Okay, can somebody glorify Krishna on his powers?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and the non-moving. You are its worshipper, chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds, O Lord of immeasurable power?
Thank you, Mataji. See how Krishna is being glorified just by Bhagavad Gita alone. Sanjaya glorified Krishna's beauty and his opulence and everything. Now Arjuna is glorifying Krishna by saying, talking about his incomparable powers. And the other two verses are how Arjuna is seeking forgiveness. Okay, because before this he was like very friendly with Krishna, very casual. Right, so when he sees Krishna's universal form, he became very like terrified. Oh my God, who was I dealing with all this while? So Krishna, please forgive me if I've offended you like that. Okay, so that is a few selected prayers from Bhagavad Gita. There's a lot. The entire Bhagavad Gita is almost all prayers. Okay, so Bhagavatam, I'm not giving the verses, but I'm just telling you where we can find prayers offered by different great personalities, not ordinary personalities. Remember, Uttama Sloka, we have to select the right words. And where can we select them? You have sections here. Vyasadeva has done prayer. Arjuna, Queen Kunti, there is one book, Queen Kunti's prayers, and you can go there and see how Queen Kunti glorified Krishna. Who is Queen Kunti to Krishna? What is her relationship with Krishna? Who is she
She's
to
his
Krishna?
auntie.
Auntie, father's sister.
Sister.
And how many times our auntie glorify us? No,
None.
right? So Queen Kunti glorifies Krishna though. So that is something really great. And one thing I want to share, one verse that she glorified Krishna, because there is a protocol that even though she's glorifying Krishna, but she cannot glorify Krishna like how Arjuna is glorifying, because she's the auntie, she's the elder person, and Krishna would not definitely like the auntie glorifying him in certain ways. So she's so smart, so intelligent. The way she glorified Krishna in this verse, Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, she'll start with his navel. Nama Pankaja Nabhaya. I offer prayers to your navel. Nama Pankaja Nabhaya. Nama Pankaja Maline. Your garland is beautiful. Nama Pankaja means I offer prayers, obeisance, I think. Nama Pankaja Maline. Maline means garland. Nama Pankaja Netraya. And then she goes higher. She goes high to the eyebrow. Then she glorifies the beauty of his eyebrow. And then finally she will go to Namaste Pankajangraye. Finally she will go to Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, because she is the elderly person who is elder person to Krishna, she did not directly go to his feet. We are encouraged to glorify, admire Krishna from the feet. We go from his feet, from his knee, from his leg, and then navel, and then his arms, and then his neck, and then only we can qualify to see his face. But for his auntie is different, and she also knows that if I do from the lotus feet, Krishna will not like it. So I'm going to do from the middle and go to the top, and finally I go to the lotus feet. And that's how beautiful the prayers are. Can you see how carefully they select that words? So you can memorize this verse, and then when you go in front of the Lord, then you can glorify with these words. Okay. And then there's prayers by Bhishma, Sukadev Goswami, Devahuti, Vritrasura, Chitraketu, and we have Gajendra, who was in distress. Mataji mentioned just now. Brahma. Okay, we have a book, Brahma Samhita, entire prayers by Lord Brahma. Wives of Kaliya, when Krishna wanted to kill the snake demon, right? The snake, the wives all came and begged forgiveness. Please forgive our husband. Please let us go. We will go far away. Okay, don't do anything. Lord Indra also performed offered prayers. The gopis, of course, they are always speak prayers. Akrura, Krishna's cousin, Muchukunda, and the Vedas, prayers from the Vedas. So you can see so many prayers are here. So we just have to take some time and read this. Okay, we can offer these prayers. Okay, so who is worshipable by the demigod? Okay, this is the glory of a person who offer prayers. So earlier we were talking about glorifying Krishna. Now we're going to see how glorious a person who glorifies Krishna. Can somebody read? We have to be fast. What happens to the devotee who always prays Krishna?
Can I read Mataji?
Okay, okay.
Okay. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there are hundreds of prayers to the Lord. So a devotee should select some of these prayers for his recitation. In the Skanda Purana, the glories of
Skanda
these,
Purana.
okay, the glories of these prayers are stated as follows. Devotees whose tongue are decorated always with prayers to the Lord Krishna are always given respect even by the great saintly persons and sages, and such devotees are actually worshipable by the demigods.
Okay. So how special are those devotees who offer the prayers? Someone? Rajina Mataji?
They're even
Are they
worship-
the devotees who offer prayers to God?
Not sure, Mataji.
Okay. So anybody else?
they're even worshipable by demigods.
Yeah, they are worshipable by the demigods. What else? There are two things there, right?
Always given respect.
Always given respect by the great saintly persons, and they are worshipable demigods. So that's how special. We glorify Krishna, but the devotees are also glorified because of they are glorifying Krishna. Okay, what's the next benefit? Of course, we are not doing prayers for this benefit. This is just the glory of devotees who offer prayers. Okay, like we saw so many devotees offer prayers, right? Okay, so what else? They have the eligibility to enter Vaikuntha Loka. Can we have somebody to read? Vasugi Mataji?
I will read, Mataji.
Okay.
In the Narashima Purana, it is stated, any person who comes before the deity of Lord Krishna and begins to chant different prayers is immediately relieved from all the reactions of sinful activities and becomes eligible without any doubt to enter into the Vaikuntha Loka.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So what is the benefit? They are relieved from their sinful activities. Okay. All right. Move on. Okay, so here at one point of time, Prabhupada taught the devotees how to pray because Prabhupada was sick. He fell sick and he has not finished his mission of doing certain projects. And he can see that devotees are feeling very distressed because they are worried that Prabhupada is going to leave the body. So that is when Prabhupada gave the Narsingha mantra. So can we have somebody read this? Prayers to Lord Narsingha.
The New York temple is blissful with the return of Swamiji, but he sees that they have become weaker during his absence. Their faith is fragile and is only nourished by his direct association and service. Prabhupada pushes himself in order to strengthen them. Soon his health deteriorates due to overexertion. The San Francisco devotees are in great anxiety to hear this news and stay close in touch with the New York temple. When his conditions become critical, Prabhupada teaches the devotees a new prayer. Jadurani Devidasi, he taught us the prayers to Lord Narsinghadev. He said the words one by one and I wrote them down. I called up the temples in San Francisco and Montreal and told them the prayer. Swamiji said, you should pray to Krishna, that is my spiritual master, has not yet completed his work, so please let him finish.
So this is how Prabhupada taught the devotees to pray to Lord Narsinghdeva for improvement of his health. We can also pray to Lord Narsinghdeva for protection. Okay, so this is the prayer. Okay, so this will be in the PDF. Later I will show you, I'll give you. Okay, this is the entire one. Okay. Okay, then. So what do you usually pray to Lord for? Okay, so this one we already discussed earlier. So I am sure, right, over the course today, you have expanded the scope of your prayers. So do you all still remember the 4 kinds of prayers? What can a prayer consist of? Earlier, when we were doing the energizer question, we saw how some of our friends, their prayers consist of gratitude and requests. What are the other 2 that we can put in our prayer?
Glorifying.
Very good. Glorification. What Arjuna did?
Seeking forgiveness.
Seeking forgiveness. So can you all remember this? So usually there is a sequence of prayers. This is if you remember, first we we glorify the Lord. We glorify the Lord, whatever maybe you can see. Oh, Krishna, you're so beautiful today. Look at that, your dress, look at your eyes. And if you can't glorify with your own word, then just use the Queen Kunti's prayers or Arjuna's prayers. And then we put ourselves very low. Oh, look, I'm so fallen. I'm so materially attached. Look at me, I'm not selfless. We can put ourselves as fallen. All right, glorify Krishna. Put ourselves in a humble position. Number 3, seek forgiveness. Seek forgiveness, whatever offenses we have done. Number 4, you can put in requests. So the best request is, of course, to ask Krishna to engage us in devotional service, but you can ask other things. So what you always put, if you so desire Krishna, if you think that is best for me, so please bless me with this, something like that. Okay, so this is almost 9:30 because I want you all to just watch the video. We can end the class. So this is the nectar of the holy name. Oh, okay, yeah, I wanted to show you all this. Okay, can we have somebody to read this?
I'll read, Mataji.
Okay.
In the beginning, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In the beginning of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we first address the internal energy of Krishna, Hare. Thus we say, O Radharani, O Hare, O energy of the Lord. When we address someone in this way, he usually says, yes, what do you want? The answer is, please engage me in your service. This should be our prayer. We should not say, O energy of the Lord, O Krishna, please give me money. Please give me a beautiful wife. Please give me many followers. Please give me some prestigious position. Please give me the presidency. These are all material hankerings which should be avoided. Lord Buddha advocated that we give up all material desires.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So the other time, last week, we had Nityananda Trayodasi. Ajamila Prabhu gave a class. Ajamila Prabhu is Prabhupada's disciple. And he said that when we do this austerities, devotional service, chanting the Maha Mantra, he said that we will get both material and spiritual benefits, but material benefits can be binding us. So we have to be very careful that our prayers, when you say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, our mentality will be, please give me service, Krishna. So whatever is necessity, whatever facility that's supposed to come to us or supposed to remain with us, that is Krishna's prerogative. It is his discretion to give that, to preserve that, or to remove that from our life. Okay, so we have to give that rights to Krishna. That is the actual surrender. So now I'm continuing with the person who mentioned earlier that how he noticed the father performs prayer silently in his room. As he grows, he saw this. He said, you can imagine how I felt the day I first saw Hare Krishna devotees in London, chanting and dancing way down Oxford Street. And he read that the Hare Krishna mantra is the great prayer for deliverance. And he noticed that amidst the noise and bustle of the street, the devotees were singing loudly the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay, and then they were also dancing and running and spinning around and leaping into the air. So he was like, wondering, he was bewildered. How could such exuberance and extroversion can be a prayer? For him, prayer should be very silent, quiet. It should be done in a isolated place, with calm environment. But here it's so different. Yeah, so loud and happy and chanting and dancing. And later he realized that it becomes a natural thing to call the name of God, because they are not shy in honoring or glorifying God's name or sharing the joy. So they are not only doing it for themselves, and they are magnanimously spreading the benefit to living entities around them. Okay, and he also continued that as he become more familiar with the Krishna consciousness, he understood that this prayer, this Maha Mantra, is one of the way that you can associate directly with the Lord. Achyuta Gopi Mataji has, the Kirtaniya from New York. She has this quote that Krishna, through his name alone, he could love. So you don't need Krishna to come to you to reciprocate your love. He can love us through his name alone. So because he is not different from his own name. Okay, so that's how beautiful it is, the relationship. And then by making a request that's heartfelt, you have heartfelt request and you thank Krishna for his blessings, or you glorify his wonderful personality, his activities, his qualities. So devotees forever, they can rejoice in the Lord's company in that sense. Okay, so the prayer is a unending, unceasing expression of love for God. Okay, it is an inseparable aspect of a devotee's existence. Is part of you already. Always want to glorify Krishna, always want to talk about Krishna's glories. So how do you talk about Krishna's glories? Okay, you need to have information to talk about him. So to get the information, you need to associate with devotees, or you have to read, or you have to hear lectures, you have to hear discourses. Okay, through hearing, okay, you can remember. If you don't, then there's no way we can replenish the knowledge.
Hallowed be thy name, my Lord, Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Let your Hallowed be thy name, my Lord, Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Let your holy name be glorified. This is our moment. It is not a sectarian, it is very scientific movement. Scientific movement because at the present moment we are all godless, forgotten what is God and what to speak of his name. They do not believe in God and what to speak of his name, fame, his place, his activities, his form, his quality. How we can know? There is no educational system about the science of God. This movement, Krishna consciousness movement, is teaching the science of God. And if you accept the name of the God, name of God, Krishna, this is also affirmed in other system also, then you will be able to associate with God immediately. Because God is absolute. Absolute means there is no difference. Just like in the relative world, this is relative world. Material world means relative world. Relative world means the sun. As soon as I say the sun, there must be a father. As soon as I say a friend, there must be another man, friend. As soon as I say water, there must be something as water. But in the absolute world, the name water and the water is the same. This is called absolute. No different separation. So in the kingdom of God, the God is God and his son is also God. There, the everything, there is no difference between the name and the substance. Here in this material world, the name and the substance different. Just like if I am thirsty, I want water. So the water must come to me. If I simply chant water, 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 that will not be effective. Because it is relative word. But in the transcendental world, Krishna is the name of God and it is God also. So, by chanting Hare Krishna, you are directly in contact with God. This is the meaning of Hare Krishna.
Mataji, couldn't hear you.
Mataji couldn't hear you.
Still cannot, Mataji. Are you speaking? No, Mataji, couldn't hear you at all. Okay, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Bye.
Hare